Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? You are listening to the Lazarus Affect podcast, and I am your host, Lazarus Ross. Let's grow. Let's go. Aww. Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Laz, and back with another episode of the Lazarus Affect podcast. And this time, I got the homie, man, Vini Vegas, joining me from Dallas, Texas. Well, not from Dallas, but he lives in Dallas. He'll tell you where he's from. What up, Vinny?
Laz, what's going on, man?
You know, I appreciate you being here, fam.
Yeah, you know, we do this a long time coming, all right?
It's been coming for a while. So just before we let Vinny hop into it, I just want to share with y'all, Vinny is a trainer, and Vinny is awesome and funny as shit. When you go see his page, you'll see what I'm talking about. But Vinny is always making me laugh with the way he puts his content out and the way that he just speaks his mind and just keeps it real. And I wanted to have Vinny come on here because I believe that the kind of energy that Vinny brings, that I've been able to notice on social media, how he makes people laugh, how he's genuine, and how you can really see. I have not met Vinny in person, but you can really see how much he really cares about people. Vinny's been a trainer for about 30 years, been a gym owner for 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
Has all kinds of experience training a lot of different people. But Vinny, just share a little bit about yourself before we jump into the conversation.
All right, Laz. Well, man, Vini Vegas, all social media. You can find me at VINI Vegas. Man, I am a native of Mississippi, actually born in a small town called Mound Bayou, Mississippi. It's the nation's oldest all-black municipality, founded by slaves in the 1800s. I am a graduate of Mississippi Valley State University. Gym owner, 15 years, husband, a father, and a general carer of people, of humanity. As we were talking before we got on, I do believe that a limitless mindset releases unlimited possibilities. It's kind of like a motto of the gym that I have, because you really don't understand what you can do. You haven't been put to the test. So there you could do an unlimited amount of things because your brain is capable of thinking of an unlimited amount of things. So a limitless mindset releases unlimited possibilities. And I live by that. I have DJ'd, I've dabbled in music, taught dance, and it goes on and on and on. So I'm a very creative person, very down to earth. I'm grounded, heavily grounded in my experiences in life. Those have been my true teachers in everything. And a damn jokester, man. I like for real, just a true jokester. I love to make light of every situation because why not? The world is already as negative as it should be. So let's add some laughter and some light into these situations to where we can work them out without expressing anger or being just extremely mad all the time. So that's me in a nutshell, man. Very positive, always uplifting. I am no nonsense. Keeping it 1,000 every time I can.
No filter.
And, I'm
no filter.
Well versed in a lot of subjects and just all of that, bro. So that's me in a nutshell. Former educator also. And in education, I was always in behavior modification. And as I told you, being in behavior modification and becoming a trainer, it's the same deal. We are modifying one behavior to get it to be a more positive and a more goal-reaching behavior. So Lance, that's me in a nutshell. I could talk forever, bro. You can't ask me an open-ended question like that,
But, well, I wanted you to share exactly whatever came out, man. It's perfect. So let's talk about for a minute. Everybody knows you've been a trainer. You mentioned behavior modification, and here on this podcast, that's what the main thing is: the Lazarus Effect. A person realizing what's happening, letting the old self die, and allowing themselves to be reborn. That's why it's called that. So when it comes to behavior modification, a lot of times, well, not all, a lot of times, all the time, the old man or woe man has to die in order for us to allow the new to be born and birth into the world. So share what made you so passionate about behavior modification, because you were doing that before you got into fitness training. So what brought the passion about when it comes to one, noticing these things in yourself, and then two, being able to share that with other people?
It's real. Life is a personal journey. Okay. What I've learned about behavior modification, being a director of behavior modification and being a teacher of behavior modification, is that a lot of times in behavior modification, we have to accept things that we don't want to accept. Some of those things may be physical. A lot of those things can be mental. A lot of those things can be spiritual. As my mom used to say, all of the leads, all of the leads. Okay. When I first started in behavior modification, I was in elementary alternative education, which is, dealing with behavior. And what I noticed across the board basically is that, number one, they didn't have a foundation. The kids didn't have a solid foundation. Okay. Number two, they lacked true adult, what's the word I'm looking for? They lack true adult leadership or mentoring or shadowing, whether it was parent, big brother, big sister, aunt, auntie, mother, whatever the case may have been. Number three is the need for attention. Okay, that was one of the biggest things. And I'll just say number four was just they would act out because they didn't know what else to do. Okay. So why I became so passionate about it was because I was able to turn those kids' lives around, and knowing that I made a difference in their lives because they never got back in trouble. They became more respectable. They became, they listened more. They understood that if you make certain decisions in life, either they're going to come with rewards or they're going to come with consequences. You know what I mean? So I didn't shutter a whole lot of stuff from them because I told them, like, hey, I mean, you're 12 now, but one day you're going to be 35. One day you're going to be 45, 50, 60, 70 years old. And the decisions that you make now could either hinder or help the way that your life goes, and with behavior modification, it's just unlearning some of the things that we've learned and opening up your mind to a vast number of possibilities. That's all it is. For the most part, most people don't like to be uncomfortable. Behavior modifications deals with you becoming uncomfortable. Okay. It's not doing what you would normally do. As trainers, as gym owners, as anybody, that when your client comes to you, they tell you exactly what their goals are, and you give them a written. And what I do, I can't tell about any fucking body else, but what I do is I have to get them to understand what a realistic goal looks like. Okay, because we live in la la land a lot of times. We live in fantasy worlds a lot of times because we don't want to deal with the reality. But I have always dealt with reality. So I want my clients or anybody that I come in contact with to deal with reality, So behavior modification in my personal life has dealt with a lot of unlearning, bro. Just a plethora of unlearning and me having a willing spirit to unlearn and learn other things. Nobody, as you know, as a trainer, nobody's body is the same. Okay. No one's body is the same. Okay. But you have clients that come in and say, hey, I want my body to look just like hers. I want a guy, hey, I want my bicep to look like his, but but the reality is your arms are whatever it is, your body, you're going to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
Okay? And like I say, that being uncomfortable part is where people fall off. So with behavior modification, it all goes back to becoming uncomfortable in order to take the next step in this journey called life. That's it.
Already, I have a question. So a couple things you mentioned. You said uncomfortable. You mentioned being open-minded,
right,
to other possibilities,
right,
unlearning. So, in my experience, let's go dive deeper into that because in my personal experience, it's been the same. It required an open mind to be able to allow myself to say, oh, well, this thing I've been buying into, it's not working.
Right.
And in my experience with myself and with other people, sometimes that can be that's one of the biggest hurdles.
Oh, so yeah.
Your experience, what are, say top 3 things that in your life that you got to unlearn that have supported you in creating, what you have created?
Okay. The first is religion, faith. Faith. The second probably would be education. The third will probably be love. And I'll divulge in a little bit of all 3 right quick. So in religion, I've always felt as a kid, my parents were here, they would attest to this, but people that know me, they know this is about me. There's no way that anybody can make me believe that we all believe in the same thing because it can't work like that. It just can't work like that. What I need my faith to do for me, you don't need your faith to do for you. Mine is I grew up AME, which is the oldest all black denomination of Christianity in America.
What does AME mean?
And that's African Methodist Episcopal.
Okay.
So let me tell you about that. All right.
Okay.
So the AME Church was founded in the 1800s, the late 1800s, by its founder, Richard Allen. Okay. So Richard Allen was a free black man in Philadelphia during those times. And, religion played a big part in people calling us educated. Okay. Per se.
Got it.
So what Richard Allen did, they all of the free black people, they love to worship, and they learn to worship. The majority of them learn how to worship through Christianity. It became a part of what you did in America. So, but you couldn't worship with white Americans. Okay, like that wasn't going to go down. And if you did, you were Ursha, or you worked those remedial jobs that nobody else was going to do. Okay, so what Richard Allen did, man, he was smart. So he took the Methodist doctrine and the Episcopalian doctrine, he put them hoes together and put an African twist on them. You feel what I'm saying? Thus spawned the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Okay. It was very black. It was the who's who of black people attended the AME church. Okay.
Yeah. I just love
hoes. What's that? What's that last?
I love how you said just put them hoes together. That's classic.
Yeah, you just put them all together, you know what I mean? Like you just merged them together, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like put them an African spin on it, you know, so that he could attract Black people to this denomination of Christianity that was for Black people. Freed, educated Black people, basically. Okay. And so in my hometown of Mound Bayou, Mississippi, that was one of the biggest churches in my hometown, Bethel AME Church. So I grew up in the church, you know, all of the auxiliaries, you know, my dad, mom, all my aunts, uncles, friends, their families, the whole gamut. But I knew at an early age, like I wasn't into a whole lot of stuff that they were doing because it just didn't make any sense to me. Okay. Yeah. And I knew I was just playing a game at an early age. I used to tell my mom and them this, like, you know, and they didn't want to hear that crap, man. I didn't want to hear that shit, you know. So, you know, as a kid, you just played along with it, you know, because I didn't want to make any waves, you know, because they grew up in it and you know, it was just passed on along. So, it just sounded a lot like the stuff that they told us to stay away from, like voodoo. You know, it sounded like the stuff that they told you, you know, not to believe in.
Yo, hey,
I just said, I just said, you know, like I just
never heard anybody say it like that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same thing. They just switched that whole over, man. You know what I'm saying? They just switched it over because you got to understand. I mean, you got people getting happy in the church. They're getting happy. You getting happy? You know, because somebody's speaking some words, like you got the spirit in you. Mm-hmm. You know, so the spirit that's taking over your body. Mm-hmm. You know, and I just saw that as the same stuff that they told us not to believe in that other people were doing. You know, every first Sunday came around, you know, you were taking communion. And communion, drinking something to represent the blood of somebody and the flesh of somebody. Mm-hmm. that supposedly died for your sins before you even knew that you were going to sin. You know, it was just a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense to me, and nobody had any answers. Like they just told me to, you know, ask to continue to ask God, you know, what the meanings were, and to ask preachers and other older people in the church, you know, exactly what they meant. And when I asked them, I mean, I used to ask all the time, like, because, you know, I'm a talker. Like, I want to know. I'm a thinker. You know, I'm a thinker. I want to know. And then they tell you, well, don't certain things you're not supposed to question it. Blase, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, I knew that something was up with that, you know. And then when I really started understanding who I was, you know, who I was, you know, who I was, you know, I understood that I got all that shit in me already. And I was born with it. We're born with certain things in us. And life, not our parents, but life will bring some of those things out. Okay? Not your parents. Okay? And that's a whole nother topic. But not your parents, because they don't spend a long time with you. You know, they give you what they can in a short amount of time in your life. Mm-hmm. Because from the time that they have you, if they have to go back to work, you're at a babysitter or getting ready to go to kindergarten, from Head Start to kindergarten, you know, pre-K, you know, to kindergarten to elementary school, middle school, junior high school, college, and then you in the workforce. Your parents don't see you about 2 hours a day, maybe an hour, 2 hours a day.
Most people, yeah.
You know, so that's church. Number two would be education. I just figured out that, you know, education was just preparing you to go work for somebody else. It was preparing you to follow a certain timeline. You wake up at this time, you go to work, you go to school, you eat lunch, you know, the bell ring, boom, it's time to do this, you know, boom, your watch goes off, boom, it's time to work this, time to take a break, time for the meeting, time for this, you know, time for that. And I just figured out like that our system in America isn't what it should be. Everybody doesn't learn on the same level. You know, everybody is not going to be a teacher. Everybody's not going to be a historian. Everybody's not going to be an astronomer. You know, everyone's not going to be a top-notch trainer. You know, like we have people that, you know, they're going to be welders. Like they don't have to know anything about fucking history, you know, to be a welder. I mean, that's just a conversation piece. You know, it's just tidbits of novel information that's useless in the bigger scheme of things. And just to me, you know, because that could indeed make America great. You know, if we didn't indoctrinate our kids into a system of following, get up at 6 o'clock, get off work at 5, family time, blah, time to go to sleep, and it's done all over again. Okay. Let me see. The third thing was love. You know, I've had to rewind myself a few times when it comes to that, because you really don't know what love is until you know what love is. You don't know what love from your parents really is until you get older and you realize, you know, like a lot of the stuff that they did really wasn't in love, you know, and you have to be honest with yourself about those type of things. So I had to adjust my behavior because of all three of those things. Number one, like I go back to religion, man, listen to me. Nobody, you or anybody on this earth can tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to believe. You don't know my experiences in life, bro. There's no way you're going to tell me how I should live. You don't know. And then it's not for me to tell you why I believe what I believe, because you won't understand it. When people try to get biblical with me like that, I tell them that in the Bible, it states that your faith is personal. Your belief is personal. If something is personal, I don't want people to know about that shit. You know what I mean? It's personal. You know, it's mine. I can't share it with you because you'll try to knock it down. You'll be like, oh, Vinny, I wouldn't believe in that if I was you. You know what, man? You know, like, but it's my life. You know, you don't know what I've had to endure in order for me to believe what I believe. Okay. And we don't go around telling people what we believe. If we did, we're crazy, because what good is that going to do? Number two, education. Man, listen, there have been some times I've gone to class, didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, made an A on the damn test because I knew the teacher liked some shit, you know, or I studied real hard and didn't pass the test, or I studied real hard, passed the test, but did it really get me far in life? Like, did the degree really get me far in life, or was it me to get me far in life? You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people that got far in life without a college degree or without a high school diploma. So I know all of that is just it's a control type of deal. Okay. And then the third thing is love. You know, with love, man, I had to find myself in that first, because it's hard to show love if you don't love yourself. Mm-hmm. It's hard to show love when you aren't told love that we love you, and people's way of showing love is totally different because how their parents show them love. So it becomes very personal. So once I really started, man, getting into like who I really am, like what I really do, and be really honest with myself, I found out it was easier for me to love myself, thus easier to love those that I choose to love, you know, i.e. wife, kid, you know, associates, friends, whomever come through my life that I extend my love to. Okay. My mom used to say all the time, like, she's generally concerned with everybody, but specifically concerned about those that care and love her. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the three things, man, that I feel like have influenced me modify my behavior, and those three things are the reason that I enjoy helping people modify their behavior. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where that stems from, Laz.
What do you feel like it is in your experience that you've worked with? I mean, you've been training for a long time. I'm assuming you worked with thousands of people at this point.
Yes. Yes.
So with the people that you have worked with, what would you say the maybe top one or two themes of things when people come to you, the hurdles that when they get over them, it's a wrap. They got it.
So it's fake. Them motherfuckers don't believe in themselves. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, you know what I mean? You got to think about it. They don't believe in themselves, bro. Like they are super. I'm not saying every client that I've had, but a lot of them are, religion. They believe in something. But I tell them, like, okay, it's fine to believe in it, but have you even tested what you believe? Like, have you tested, like, what's in you? Have you tested what you believe that's in you yet? You got people come in, oh, I don't think I can do a jump. Oh, I don't think I can do a burpee. Oh, I don't think I can do this. So I tell them straight up, like, well, hell, if you don't believe it, it's not going to get done. There ain't nothing I can tell you that's going to make you believe it until you believe in yourself. And you claim you believe in something that you've never seen before in your life without a shadow of a doubt. You believe in that. Okay. And that's something that I'm not here to take that away from you.
No.
But if you look in the mirror and you gonna tell me that you don't believe that you can do something, you don't want to take personal responsibility for those things that have hindered you from doing what you want to do in life. So that's number one. It's faith. Number two is ridicule. People ridicule people being healthy and trying to get healthy. It's ridicule. They don't post me, don't post me, don't say anything about me working out. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, it ain't like you got a disease. It's not like it's not like you got a stamp on your forehead or, like, what are you talking about? So it's ridicule. They don't want people to look at their lives and be like, oh, you're trying to be better than me. Oh, you're trying to be healthy. Because people truly don't, Laz, I'm not lying, Laz. People really don't want people to be healthy, bro. Like, they don't want people to be healthy. Hey, are you all healthy? Well, hey, come on, drink this beer with me. It ain't like you can't drink a beer and not be healthy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you need to eat a hamburger. You know what I mean? Oh, you need to do this. So it's ridicule. Number three would be they think that they always have this person in this old person of them how they used to be, and it's stuck in their head. That they are progressive. They're regressive. They are progressive. They're stuck at a certain point of their lives when they were exercising all the time, or they were active all the time, or, it could be in high school. Man, it could be in fucking junior high, elementary school. It didn't matter. But that point in their lives shined to them when it comes to fitness and everything. And I have to quickly remind them that, hey, you like 40 years removed from that shit, right? I tell them, like, the reason why your eyes are in front of you, and so you can see everything in front and inside. I like, anytime you walk backwards, you damn near about to fall over, because we ain't supposed to be, going backwards like that. We're going to stumble. You might make your way back, but you see forward. So stop going back to the yesteryear, because nobody really cares about that but you. You're here to be the new you. And in order to be the new you, you have to go forward. You know what I mean? So forget all of the crap, forget all the ridicule, forget your family, forget everybody. Do this for you. You know what I mean? So those are the hurdles. Faith in themselves, believing that they can. Once I get them over that hurdle, and it doesn't take long. I mean, my clients will tell you, it doesn't take long, because I'm going to give it to you straight up. Either you're going to stay or you're not. No, I'm not here to babysit you. No, this is your life. Now, I'm in pretty good shape to be 52 years old. I mean, I'm active as hell. You know what I mean? So I'm good so far. You're here because you need to change. These are the things. Believe in yourself. Don't you believe you can do something? Don't you believe? And then once I get to talking to them, man, you can just see the change. So those are the things, man, that most clients have hurdles about when it comes to changing their behavior in fitness, and being healthy.
So how to when somebody is dealing with the ridicule, people talking down to them, how do you get people to stop buying into that?
Well, I tell them it's indoctrination. I mean, it is. I mean, it truly is. I mean, we live in America. America don't want you to be healthy. America wants you to be fat, have a big back. You know what I'm saying? Be greedy. Drink a whole lot. smoke a lot of weed. You know, everything is in excess. Eat a lot of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is excessive. You know, I tell them that you got to start looking around and seeing. Like I'm a very statistical guy when it comes to that. I like to research stuff just to make sure when I talk right, you know, I'm giving some factual information. And you got to know this, that it's over 60% of Americans, adult Americans, are obese. You know, over 60%. So I tell them, like, you don't want to stop being a part of that number. You know, let's get back to the healthy people. You know, the healthy people are winning. You know, we're the ones not going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Needing to go to the doctor. We're the ones not needing prescription medication. I can see every now and then, I could get sick. You could get sick. Even the healthiest people, something can happen to them. I'm not saying that. But the likelihood of that happening versus a person that's not taking care of themselves, you know, that the scale outweighs one more than the other. You know, so it's that. I tell them, don't stop following the trend of unhealthiness. You know, everything doesn't have to have butter in it. Everything doesn't have to be a meat. Everything doesn't have to be crawfish and lobster and shit. You know, everything you like. You don't have to eat 8 meals a day. You don't have to you don't have to buy into that. You know, and it's just so much that goes along with that too, Lazarus, because TV, radio, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, podcasts, anything that phone says, most people believe because they have trouble believing in themselves. So it's me trying to modify their behavior to get them to understand that I want you came to me because you want to be healthy in more ways than one. Okay. And if you do that, if you want to do this, this is what we need to do. Shut down all of those buzzwords that get you going, all of the beer and always hot outside. I need to have a drink. Or I'm having a good day. I need to have a drink. Or I'm depressed. I need to have a drink. Oh, I need to eat. Oh, I need to, it's excessive. You know what I mean? So that's what I tell them, bro. That's how I get into all of my clients' heads, you know, about changing and modifying their behavior when it comes to being unhealthy and the ridicule. Okay? Because, lad, think about this, bro. I've seen your show pictures. You're a hell of a trainer. I've seen all of this, bro. I mean, I've seen it all. You know what I mean? I've seen how you gain weight. I've seen how you drank and kicked it and shit, you know, and I've seen you transform just through social media into the being that you are right now. And I can tell, man, that you pour all into your clients, and I've seen their results. But guess what? At the same time, you have some people that are close to you to tell you, you need to eat something. Or you need to stop lifting weight so much. Your muscles looking too big. Or, you know, you're looking sick. You know, or why don't you just give it a break for a minute and be normal? Hey, or why do you always talk about blase the way you do? Like, can you be like normal?
Huh? The people who would say that kind of stuff to me before?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 41 now. So I've been bodybuilding for since I was 19.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or at this point, those people done faded out. People know not to talk to me like that.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly that's what I'm telling you. So what I've done is put that in my I done put that in my clients' heads. And not only do they believe, they got other people to believe because their friends are coming. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, man, it's like deprogramming all the shit that we've learned about everything. And find and search for the truth of the matter, bro. So that's how I've done it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I've done it. Just reprogram all of my clients' mind to thinking like the people that are ridiculing you really want to be like you. You know, they want to be exercising. You know, they really want to be eating better. You know, but ridicule comes from those that want to be like you. That's what I always tell them.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because I talk about shame a lot, and the idea that something's wrong, broken, bad, not good enough, or too much about somebody. And that's where when you talk about ridicule, You know, these people who ridicule others, you know, shame is a way to control people.
Right.
You're doing this wrong, so you need to do it this way. You need to do it the way I believe. And so when people are ridiculing others, they a lot of times, like you said, they want to be like them, but misery loves company. So they're trying to shame the person into staying where they are. So
Right.
they feel uncomfortable because they see that somebody else that came from the same circumstances, possibly,
Right.
you know, whatever that circumstance was, whether it's, you know, not having faith in themselves, being ridiculed by other people, their self-image. You know, you mentioned people comparing themselves to a 40-year-old, something of themselves 40 years ago.
Right.
You know, circumstances, they get uncomfortable because they see somebody who had the same exact thing going on, same set of parents, same belief systems, and then they break free of it, and it makes them uncomfortable because they don't have any excuses. And it shows them that they could have faith in themselves, but like you said earlier, they don't want to take personal responsibility for it.
Right, right. And so that's all it is, bro. It's just breaking down all of the bullshit that we've been indoctrinated with over time. And then getting down to the real nitty-gritty of what we really want. You know,
Yeah.
and that's what I do with anybody. I don't come here sugarcoat no shit. You know,
No.
Tell me what's up. You know, let me know the real shit so we can come with a real plan. You know what I mean? I don't, because I don't have no time. And you're not going to want to pay me some extra money for my time. So let's just do it this way and you can get the best results. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's how we deal with that crap, man. You know, I'm teaching my daughter this. What's that, last?
Do it.
Yeah.
Vinny don't play. Vinny tell you straight up, I'm big your back.
I'm big that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, man, look, man.
Look.
You know, man, hey. Science, man. You know, science can change, but statistics prove that obesity kills.
Yeah.
I mean,
look. I had a conversation with somebody about this, but the whole I talked about this a while back, but the whole you mentioned accepting yourself earlier, and I know for a long time I struggled with that. Even looking like this,
right?
You know, looking like this was a part of me needing to be accepted. So that was an interesting thing to come up along and unlearn, you know, but then still allow myself to say like that hey, I actually like this, you know? So the whole self-acceptance thing, I've noticed that a lot of times when you say obesity is literally, it's unhealthy. Like it's proven it's not good for you. But the whole self-acceptance thing and especially what I've noticed a lot of times in the quote conscious community, like, yo,
bro, listen to me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I know y'all want to say it.
The idea that staying, you know, whether it doesn't matter whether it's obese or any area of our lives that we know that's not useful, like literally unhealthy for you. Accepting that and capitulating to it,
It's America.
I think that's a distortion, and
it's America
to go about it.
It's America. It's America as apple pie, straight up. Okay, it started years ago. I mean, you know, decades ago. Okay, I used to always talk to my parents about shit like this. Like, you know, I don't remember seeing a lot of obese people growing up. You know, I just turned 52. I don't remember seeing a whole lot of obese people. I
really?
mean, yeah, I don't remember
even there
growing up. What's say last?
No, even there where you grew up. I ask this because, you know, a lot of people like Houston, for example, or a lot of places in the South, you know, the way that people eat, you know, black folks eat, you know.
We were the most soulful town in America. You feel me? And we didn't have that. You know, we didn't have that. People were active and people cared about each other. And yes, there were some heavier people. There were some skinnier people, you know, blase. But as a whole, man, we didn't have that. People were active. I'm going to tell you straight up. But I'm going to tell you what happened to us. As soon as we started getting some money and wanted to start to emulate other cultures of people, we lost who we are. We lost the fact that our bodies were created better than anybody's. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it like there's nobody like Black people. I mean, it's just not. Our bodies are different. Our makeup is different. And, all of our systems are different. So it's when we started trying to emulate lifestyles of other people that we kind of lost and kind of just gave up. Men and Klein was talking about this earlier today about how sizes have changed over the years. Okay. The average pant size of a woman now is far different than it was 30 years ago. Okay. When you were 12. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's changed, and we know why. Let's name the type of food that is readily available is different.
I mean, the easiest food to find is carbs and fat.
Yeah, and processed and garbage.
And dense food, yeah.
Right. Number 2, lack of physical activity. These have taken over. You know what I mean? Lack of physical activity. We have to be looking at something. We're over visually stimulated, and we don't know that. Okay. Number 3 is that society has told us that we could just be ourselves and we don't have to care, and to take that. So if somebody tells you, "Hey, I'm concerned. I'm genuinely concerned about you. Let me help you do this," you almost could take an offense to that. Okay. But I don't give a fuck. Like I tell people straight up, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna die. And if you are buried in a casket, and if your ass fat, they're gonna have to sit, ain't nobody gonna be able to carry your casket. And your casket gonna cost more. And healthcare costs more. And everything about heavy people now, they're trying everything costs, So let's change that. Like, people are making money off. It's kind of shameful that America is the way that it is, but America is making money off us being super unhealthy and super irresponsible when it comes to our health and fitness. Mm-hmm. When we get off the phone, Lance, why don't you just turn on the TV and try to watch it for 1 hour? Turn on your local TV, and I guarantee you, all the commercials that are going to be on there, the food commercials, don't contain any nutrients.
Not it, bro.
Don't.
I don't even care to do it, bro.
I
started watching football more because of the Deion Sanders thing, and that's my favorite player from
right.
What he's been doing the last few years with coaching and everything, and how he's impacting these kids, man. Like, it's awesome to watch.
Oh yeah, man, it's really cool, man. One of my best friends, one of my frat brothers, he's Deion's media guy, and he's with him at J State. He went with him to Colorado, and yeah, man, it's a great story. Our kids need to see this type of stuff. Be you. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing that I love about this Deion story is just be you. You know what I'm saying? Be you to the best of you. Shine. You already shine. But be you. If you extra, be extra. Black folks extra. You want me to tell you what, Black? Listen, man. Everybody want to be like us, extra like us. Everybody want to be extra like us. But it's natural to us. Deion's not putting on the front. Deion's been acting like this ever since those folks told him and he showed them that he could play football. Straight up.
Oh, yeah. Prime definitely. Prime is he's been being that character for so long. He said how he created it as a stage name. But before we get to keep talking about him, I wanted to say I turned on the TV sometimes because sometimes those games is on regular TV. Well, they'll be on ESPN,
right?
But like on ABC and all of that. But man, I was watching one of them freaking pharmaceutical company. They was trying to sell some sort of medicine, man, and I was just like, I ain't heard commercials in a long time, bro. And the way they talk about all the side effects is nuts,
bro.
Good, bro. I ain't watching TV.
Because it'll make people do something. It'll make you do something. It'll make you think you got something. You'll start seeing it every day and be like, damn, do I really have what they just said? Because my shoulder has been aching. Let me ask my doctor about that.
See,
you know what I mean?
Now you're going somewhere else.
Okay, I'm ready for all of it now.
I know you are. Earlier you were talking about religion, and I was raised a Christian, right? And in the Bible, there's a verse, and it says something similar to there's life, there's death and life in the power of the tongue. So how I see that, it's not just about what we are saying literally out of our mouth, but it's also about what we're saying in our heads. If a person is watching so much of that, and now their mind is programmed to constantly be thinking down that negative, this easy road of, something's wrong. Oh my goodness, do I have this thing? Now they're in fear and anxiety, and they're literally speaking into existence the sickness. People don't have physical ailments that follow them. These things that so many, since we've been talking about Black folks, and other people do it too, but definitely a lot of Black folks do it as part of the culture that, hey, we have this generational curse in our family, and this disease, diabetes, heart disease,
bro, yes,
stroke, heart attack, all this runs in my family. No, the physical ailment is not what runs in the person's family. It is the construct, that the idea, the belief that this shit runs in a person's family. That belief creates an emotional and mental internal state that fosters the chemical reactions in the body to create the disease over and over again in future generations, because they have this belief system. It's not the physical thing. It's the mindset and the emotional set.
Bro, I'm telling you, a limitless mindset releases unlimited possibilities. And these folks know that marketing, they have it down packed, bro. Like, think about it, man. If you see a fucking McDonald's commercial, it's going to trigger something in you. If you see a chicken commercial, it's going to trigger something in you, Laz. If you see an M&M commercial, it's going to trigger you. It's going to trigger you. When you start seeing Halloween shit, bro, it triggers something. Thanksgiving, it triggers something. Valentine's Day, it triggers some shit, bro. So the marketing is no different than that, than the food that we do, than the alcohol that we drink, the sodas we drink, the type of water we drink. It's all a part of the plan. And man, your body can foster you to being sick. And you would think you sick, bro. Like, you would think that you are, you really not. You know what I mean? It all becomes a part of behavior modification. That's it, Lance. Like that's it.
Vini, bro, this conversation has been super dope. And I appreciate you coming on and being a guest, bro. Like we said, it's been a long time coming, but I really appreciate you coming and sharing your light with people. What's one main thing that you would leave people with? That one thing that you would want to share with people, if nobody's ever heard from you, never will hear from you again. What's the one or two sentences you want to leave with people to support people with their journey and having the kind of experience they would like to have?
Man, when we went to the islands a couple of years ago, and the rosters came down out the mountains. True story. Because whenever we go anywhere, I attract who I look like. You know what I'm saying? And we were in Nevis, as a matter of fact, on the island of Nevis. They were for a couple of days, and the rosters that came to me, man, it was like, Vegas, we want to tell you something, man. And I was like, what's up, Ross? He was like, listen, you take this back and you tell the world that I tell you this. I go, what is it? He said, it's nice to be nice. Point blank, bro. It's nice to be nice. You know, what we have to realize is that there are far more nicer people in the world than there are horrible people in the world. Okay. We dealt with a situation this weekend. We went fishing this weekend. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. We went fishing this weekend. East Texas. It's not a whole lot of us down there. We were about 30 miles away from Jasper, Texas. You know, Jasper, Texas is when the white dudes drugged the black dude behind the truck type of situation. So we kind of like down there within there, and it's good fishing down there. So we went down there. It was 4 of us, five of us, 4 of us at that particular day. So it was me and 3 of my homies. Well, Saturday, my homeboy's car stopped on us just out the blue, and we're stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, ain't no Uber, ain't no taxis. You know, barely could get any service. You know what I'm saying? So we have to call AAA. Okay, well, it's 4 of us. Okay, if we call a wrecker, only 2 of us can go and go with the truck, so we can get taken to where we need to go. So we 2 people gonna be stuck. So me and my homeboy, we jump in action. We from Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? I say, now what is the fucking chance? What are the chances that 4 black guys get stranded on the road in the middle of country ass, redneck ass place that we were? Straight up, bro. We on the side of the road. BMW, as a matter of fact. So cars going past, we going like, hey, hey. So somebody slows down and they go back around, let us know they would come back around. They came back around. Two white dude, white chick. You know what I'm saying? We explained our situation. So they agreed that they were going to take my homeboy and my other homeboy to get whatever we needed, and they were going to take them back to the lake house. And me and my other homeboy, we were going to wait on the tow truck to come. Okay. So while waiting for the tow truck, bro. Now remember what I just said. It's nice to be nice. Now we could have had a mindset that we ain't fucking with these white folks out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck these people, fuck these white people, that type of shit, right? So next thing we know, man, it's a big ass dually truck come behind us. Well, I'm thinking that's the AAA truck because I know we're in the country, so it may look like that. But this white dude gets out, man, you know what I'm saying? He said, hey, man, guys, y'all seem out of place. He was joking and shit. He was joking and shit, but he was like, hey, man, y'all need any help? Tell me what I can do to help y'all. I have a flatbed truck trailer. It's about 45 minutes away. I can go get that, but it'll take me 45 minutes to come back. And, I don't know how long y'all got, but if y'all need me to do it, I go and do it. We told him no. He's like, hey, I got some water in my truck, man. He goes some gallons of water. I don't know how long the tow truck's going to come. He gave us his number, told us if we needed anything, hey, give him a call. He left. About 4 minutes after he came, another lady pulls up in her mail truck. The house that we had stopped in front of was a ranch. The lady that was the mail lady had called the lady in front of us before she had even got to tell her that some guys had broken down in front of her house. Okay. Yeah. So when the mail lady got to us, she was like, hey, I saw y'all out here stranded. I know y'all might be a little perturbed by being out here like this because of everything. She said, but listen, I'm the local mail lady out here. I saw y'all on the other side of the road. She said, I came over here because I called Miss Ann, who's the owner of the ranch over there, and I told her that there was some guys out there stuck in front of her house, so she wouldn't be alone. But Miss Ann said she already saw y'all out there. Miss Ann wanted me to tell y'all, if y'all get thirsty, want something to need to use the restroom, y'all just go to her ranch up there, and she gonna let y'all do whatever you need to do. Okay? Yeah. Those instances, bro, made me understand that it's nice to be nice, because we could have easily been like, oh, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. We didn't know anybody, and we were over blessed with opportunities to get out of the situation that we were. So I say, what I'm gonna leave people with is nice to be nice, because it's gonna come back to you. So be nice, but don't be a fool, as my mama say. It's nice to be nice, but don't be a fool. You know what I mean? Yeah, Laz, we good, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yo, y'all, Vinny, let them know, like, hey, how do people follow you? You said Vini Vegas earlier. You got a website?
Yes, also all social media platforms. I'm at Vini Vegas, VINI Vegas. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the stuff. We have a YouTube page. My gym is the Limitless Fitness Studio. The Limitless Fitness Studio. Our YouTube page has just been up, so we're getting ready to upload some content, man. It's some good comical type ass shit that's gonna get people to start working out. But you can just find me anywhere. So if you guys are interested in training, any kind of meal plans, motivational speaking, blah, 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 I'm your guy, man. Look me up. Laz, I appreciate you, man, your platform. Keep pushing, man, the truth. Keep pushing, this education, man, and just continue to be you. We need more Lazes in the world. You know what I mean?
Already. Appreciate that. Where's the gym at?
Hey, we are located in Keller, Texas. The physical address is 5250 Park Vista Circle. We're in Suite 128 and 132. We're old school gym. You know what I mean? We get it in. All levels are welcome. All ages are welcome. Any discipline of training you're looking for, I got you. Whether you're a professional or whether you're starting off, whether you are a stroke, heart attack, high blood pressure, anything like that, this is the healing center. So we have something for you. It doesn't matter if your kids are trying to be better in sports, or just training or just physical activity. It doesn't make a difference. Homeschool kids are welcome. We're going to provide, physical education curriculums that they can follow. It's a full meal deal when it comes to health, physical education, and recreation. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, I'm going to drop
appreciate you too.
In the description. If y'all want to follow and connect with Vini, possibly go to his gym, check out the description. All the information will be there. Appreciate you, brother. That is a wrap. Thank y'all for listening. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
I appreciate you coming through and listening to the podcast. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that. And if you know somebody else this podcast can help, share it with them. Let's go. Let's grow. Aua.